Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
And I'm Calvin Cato.
Calvin Cato.
I'm back. Oh my God.
Yeah, Calvin Cato, a human party. I talked to Calvin before, one of the last people when I left New York City to move to Charlotte. It's been like 5 months already.
I can't believe it's been that long. How are you
Yeah,
enjoying down south?
I love it. I love it. I talked about getting a restaurant management job. I'm doing some bartending and waiting, of course. And everybody's so nice. There is a big difference between New York attitude and Charlotte. That might sound dumb to people, but to me, it was news. And I love it here. And wherever my girlfriend happened to live, I'm sure I would have moved close to there. But I've been visiting Charlotte before I moved here. I love the food and the people. And now I'm enjoying it very much. It suits me.
Lovely. What cities would have been a deal breaker? Like, what if she was living in like Little Rock, Arkansas or something?
Dude,
No offense to Little Rockians who listen to this, but you know.
I don't know that another place. I don't know. I don't know if a place would have turned me off, but then if it was a dumb place, she'd be a totally different person. So, you know what I mean? So I didn't have to worry about that. Thank goodness.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if she lived at Mar-a-Lago, that would be a massive difference.
Right, right. Yeah, no, this is a happening place, but it's not fucking goddamn insane. Last time I talked, by the way, keithandthegirl.com/Calvin Cato. You can see all the times Calvin's been on over the years. Everybody, of course, loves him. Who's better than Calvin? Well, the audience wrote in. I'm going to go over a list here, and you tell me if you agree. Who's better than you? Of course not. But we talked about the going away party in New York City when I was with you, party etiquette. And the shocking news about Diddy, this sick freak puts applesauce on his cheeseburgers. Nobody knew how disgusting he could be.
Ew, are you serious?
Yeah, you blocked it out of your mind. Let's not forget how sick this
My
motherfucker is, Diddy.
God, that's insane. Well, I will say my ex used to put applesauce on pancakes, and I thought that was weird enough. But on cheeseburgers,
Cheeseburgers is
the
weirder, yeah.
consistency of it though, it feels so wrong.
He's, you know,
Because it's like a little slightly just a little chunky, and then you got the burger sense and the
yes.
cheese. I'm sorry, that's inhumane.
I
Ugh.
don't trust this guy as far as he can kick a woman's face. I don't like him. And he rubs me wrong, and he's hoping for that pardon. Now the government shutdown is officially over today,
Yeah.
and Diddy's like, okay, I'm ready for a phone call now. I think he might get pardoned. I don't think that's fucking crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like what's Diddy done for Trump? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at least
Right.
George Santos like did something to help Trump somewhat. But
He
Diddy,
said that he said that he loves Trump. He did go that angle like Santos.
yeah, but everyone in jail loves Trump at this point. Like,
Right.
who doesn't?
He goes, my approval ratings in jail are through the roof.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking reaching out to me. Oh well.
90% of all indicted folks love Trump. I mean, my God.
President Trump has pardoned a long list of his political allies in their support or involvement in alleged plans to overturn the 2020 presidential election. The list contains dozens of names, including Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, and the president's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, each of them charged with election interference in Georgia for trying to subvert Trump's 2020 defeat. This Trump, who's saying, hey, the Democrats are always trying to rig shit, you guys are on audio, you're on tape, trying to make up votes in Georgia. This did
Mhm.
happen. And anyway, guess what? You did it for your boss. Your boss is gonna pardon you. You're
I
fine.
mean,
So these pardons, yes, I could see Diddy getting out if you say how much you love Trump.
yeah, but like Diddy's got to do something. I mean, has Trump ever been to a white party? That's what I want to know.
That what if he's jealous of his parties. He's like, I'm
That's
trying
what
to
I'm
put
saying.
together. Yeah.
Trump's like,
Uh,
I'm over here putting gold on everything, and you have your white party. I can't sit
right.
down anywhere. I'll stain it with my bronzer. It's bad.
The longest shutdown in U.S. history is over. 43 days.
USA,
Other
USA.
countries don't do this. Trump's signature paves the way for paychecks to flow to government employees, as well as the resumption of critical food and nutritional services relied on by tens of millions of Americans. However, it only extends funding until January 30th. It is the beginning of November now, giving lawmakers a little over 2 months to avoid a similar shutdown from playing out next year. All right. People,
I love that commentary. All right.
all right. Okay. People in general, the majority of people spend all their money on the necessities, housing, gasoline, groceries. 95% of people's incomes. So like a vacation or a nice dinner, people can't afford to do it. Uh, everybody's living a quarter of everybody is living check to check. This is this
It's
great economy people are talking about.
it's real bad. Like I had to take my mom grocery shopping and the bill was $850, which is
Wow.
insane. Yeah. She was like buying like ribs and ribs were like $30 a whatever
Yeah.
rack plate. I also don't know groceries, but like whatever the
Rack plate.
foam thing is in. I feel
Right.
like it used to be like I don't know, at least a third of that. It's
It
crazy.
is crazy. God forbid you want an egg. The U.S. Mint has stopped making the penny. The penny we always heard costs more money to make than it's worth, and we're done making pennies. Obviously, places should still accept pennies. 300 billion pennies are circulating right now, but it's the end of the penny. What are our thoughts, Calvin Cato?
I mean, it was a long time coming. Like I watched some random, it might have been a John Oliver, because I feel like John Oliver is the kind of person who would be like, we're going to talk about the penny and then go into the government
Yes.
waste and how somehow racism is involved.
Right.
But they,
Right.
but like I think I was watching something about the penny and how there is like a big penny industry. Like the people who make the penny are like who's making the most money at it. So in
Right.
some ways, it's good. Like no one needs pennies. I have a shit ton of them. I don't know. They're just sitting there, and I'm not doing the thing where you have to roll them up and send them to the bank because I don't
Right.
even go to the bank to wait in the line anymore. I go to the ATM. So kick rocks, pennies.
Dealing with
But
customers in a restaurant, it's been at least 20 years since I've done that. I didn't realize how cash is no longer king, and it's odd. You would leave as a waiter or anything like this with cash in your pocket. You don't anymore. You have to wait for a paycheck like a normal fucking person. Nobody uses cash. Nobody's using pennies.
it's true. Did you see there's an article about how Gen Zers think that cash is cringe, so they just use like cards or Venmo?
Yeah, it went from king to cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's chuggy, I guess, or whatever the kids are saying. 6, 7
So
more words.
they love it. They do love it. What's that? They have to make everything their own, but man, come on. 69 is where it's at. Am I wrong? The fuck? You don't gotta. Sometimes you can stand on the shoulders of giants before you.
Exactly. But these kids, no respect. No respect, I tell
No
you.
respect. God, I hate kids. So I was saying the other day how I'm playing Madden, the football game, and people keep coming. I don't know if you play games online with strangers. I can't finish a
Not
fucking game.
anymore.
Yeah,
I used to, so my big thing is fighting games. Love a good fighting game. And I
yeah,
used to play online, but there's so many slurs. And I'm
yes.
just like, I just want to play as Chun-Li. I don't need all
Right.
the extra. It's too much. But
when
I can
when they're
imagine
if
football
they're
online.
if they're beating me and they happen to say the N word, I'm like, well, I can't play against this. I can't encourage your behavior. Then I'll unplug. Other than that, though, if I'm ever doing good in Madden, these people rage quit and they quit so fucking fast. The game could be 0-0 just started. If I catch an interception, they rip it out of their wall and and they tell you like, oh, they lost connection as opposed to they conceded. And either they're so good that they're kicking my ass with, fake field goals at first and 10, and there's nothing I can do. Or they quit if I get anywhere. I played a guy, he had 4 downs. His fourth down was like fourth and 50. And he tried one more time, didn't make it, and then he unplugged when it was my turn. I'm like, we just fucking started. And how do you feel good? Like I won that if you decide to finish a game, but you've been taking it out if anybody has any kind of skill. I hate it. I hate it. They forfeited, and I'm like, I'm a veteran. This is my day.
No, no,
Uh,
no. It's not your day. It's your honor.
that's true. Thank you. It is. I get so upset when people. That's why there's no parentheses or no apostrophe in Veterans Day because
Also,
it
no
isn't our
parentheses.
day. It's just our honor. And I did get some messages about Happy Veterans Day from James, Rick, Catan, Shubuti. Can I tell you who I did not get one from, Calvin? Saying thank you for your service?
Donald Trump.
My own girlfriend. No, I
Oh.
don't know if it's like, oh, some things don't need said. I love you. I respect you. You're the light of my life. And thank you for your service. I don't have to remind you all the time, do I? But it's just of note. And, now next year, maybe she's going to say it. And then I'm going to be like, oh, right, because you felt forced to say it. I remember dating somebody once and I didn't know we were card people. We didn't get
Mhm.
there yet. I don't know if it was a birthday or or Valentine's Day, but I didn't get a card. And the woman like halfway through the day was upset and said, "You didn't give me a card." I'm like, "Oh, I'll know for next time. I didn't know we were card people," which I do love. I just didn't know she was into it. Then it's the end of the night and she's real mad. I'm like, "Is everything okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, now it's night and you still didn't get me a card." I'm like, "Well, I thought I blew it. I didn't know I'd go to the store and go, 'Here's your card and you're going to be happy.' That's weird to me." So I don't want to put that on her now, but I'm just in a weird space that with my great service, the most important person to me doesn't even recognize it.
Maybe it's implied. Like, did she have like maybe flags in her eyes? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I hear you. I hear you. I was looking at
because
that
sometimes
edge.
it's one of those things where it's like, it's implied or it's like the aura says thank you for your service and not necessarily the mouth words.
I guess. Kind of weird her friends didn't remind her, like, it's Veterans Day. You know? Anyway, it's not that important. She's great at other things. And she just, I kind of, when I joined the military, I didn't do it
Mhm.
for the honors or the gratitude. I did it so that people can live lives and not even think about it. That's the beauty of what I did. But
Wow.
yes, once a year, it would be nice to say, hey, I can walk around in this country kind of thanks to you.
But like, isn't that what your birthday is for anyway? I mean, that's a better thing to celebrate because also you were born to serve your country. So that works.
Added to the birthday, I guess, then.
What if for your birthday she got you a card and the card had an American flag on it and then had happy birthday and thank you for your service?
See, it's tough because the flag weirds me out right now.
Yeah,
You
fair.
know,
What if it was like one star?
a star. Put a star on
Yes.
a heart and a star. Love Liz,
There we
heart,
go.
star.
Yes. Purple
Okay.
heart, one giant white star. There we
Thank
go.
you. Yes, I could take that. I saw did you see, by the way, speaking of Trump, did you see the video of he's talking to people he's talking to medical people in the Oval Office. Specifically, Nova Nordisk is an executive. Excuse me, Nova Nordisk is a company. The executive Gordon Finley was talking about lowering prices for Ozempic, and he collapsed as he was talking about price cuts to drugs. People come over to this guy like, "Oh, are you okay?" And Trump is just standing there with no fucking. He's so inhuman and he just stands there waiting for the problem to go away. It's it's like wow, you can't even pretend to help or give a fuck, and you just stand there, and then you see on the social media, someone's like, "Look at this picture, he's just standing there." Yeah, how about this picture where it looks like his hands out, and it's like, motherfucker, I saw the video.
Yeah.
He's inhuman.
I feel like if it's just a literal metaphor for how this current government works. It's
Right.
like we're just gonna stand around and do nothing and hope that it just solves itself somehow.
And I don't know what show I saw this on, like a Daily Show or something like this, but they go, and Dr. Oz is over there in this meeting and he's not doing anything. And the audience laughs, but they don't know what they're laughing at. They're like laughing like, oh, Dr. Oz would be there. No, Dr. Oz was fucking
Yeah.
hired by the president. That's not the joke. He,
I'm still
he,
saying it's better than RFK running away,
he
which
ran
is even
out.
worse.
He's a Kennedy. He knows, like, hey, if there's a body, you don't want to be seen next to it. He's like, I'm out of here. He wasn't getting help either, by the way.
No, he was not.
Goodbye. Oh, I was on camera too. Shit. Donald Trump tweeted out, I am recommending to Senate Republicans that the hundreds of billions of dollars currently being sent to money-sucking insurance companies in order to save the bad health care provided by Obamacare, which saved my life, by the way, be sent directly to the people so they can purchase their own much better health care and have money left over. So he's saying, no, we're not going to put government money to your health care. How about I just send you a little stimulus check? You decide what you want to do. And then you got idiots going, yeah. I'll just get. Do you know what the fuck? How much money do you think you're going to get in the stimulus check that's going to cover health care? The average cost of giving birth is $20,000. Average cancer patient easily over $200,000. What the fuck do you think you're going to do with your $2,000 check? Be like, from now on, I'm in charge of my health care.
What's so ridiculous is that I'm like $2,000 doesn't even cover rent in New York City.
Right,
Like
right,
at best, you're like I can take care of some utilities and maybe treat myself to I don't know Thai food. Like
right.
that's nothing.
Oh, I can't get my knee fixed, honey. I took you out to dinner.
Yeah.
Remember that? In other words, take from the big bad insurance companies, give it to the people, and terminate per dollar spent the worst healthcare anywhere in the world, Obamacare. Unrelated, we must still terminate the filibuster. This was the other day before the government went back into business. Again, the only country that shuts down the government. Okay. Donald Trump was talking to the president of Syria, and as he's talking, he brings out his Trump cologne, and he
Oh
goes,
God.
smell this great cologne. Like President Syria's like, what? What's happening? And then Trump sprays the guy on the fucking neck, like you're walking into a Macy's or something.
Oh
Just
my
sprays him, and the guy
God.
goes, "Oh, okay." And he's up put, and then goes, "Here, let me do it on your other side." And the president of Syria is like, I'm good, I'm good." "No, you're not," and sprays it again. That's his marketing strategy. He'll
This
go,
is a real story?
"This is real. It's
No.
embarrassing. It's
Oh
stupid."
my God.
He's like, "No, no," and then he goes, "Your wives will like it. How many wives do you have in Syria?" And the president of Syria goes, "Just one, just one." "Okay, well, she'll love it." Okay.
This is not a real story. Are you
Yeah, yeah,
serious?
yes.
I feel like so much stuff happens that like I guess I just filter certain things
Right.
out. I did not hear anything about this. Oh
Because
my
because you
God.
sound petty and weird then. Like, oh, you don't like that he sprayed cologne on the thing? I'm like, no, I guess there's bigger problems. I'm just saying, this is who this dude is.
Oh my God. That's like some shameless like comedian merch level shit.
Right.
Like
Right. I was so I was bartending the other day, and this guy came into the restaurant with a MAGA hat.
ugh.
Make America great again, big and fucking bold. And he sits at the bar and he points to the hat. I didn't say anything. Maybe I had a look on my face, but I don't think so. He points at it and he goes, MAGA. And I go, yeah, how about that? That's something. And then he orders something, and it's like 10 minutes later, I see him again, and I'm disgusted with the hat. And I go, you know what? No matter, it's just funny you had to point out that it's MAGA, but no matter what you think about the president, you got to admit that is a fucking gorgeous hat. That is artistically beautiful. It gives people, and it just make America great again in that stupid, lazy, dumb, big font. That is fantastic. Good for you. And I was very proud of myself. And then he ordered food. I brought food to him, and I go, ha, ha! I go, oh, sorry, you're still wearing that hat. Okay, that startled me. And then he got another drink, and I put the drink down, and I go, get her done. And then he took off the hat, and I was very proud of me. I
Doing the
really,
work.
yeah, I'm a waiter again that doesn't give a shit this go around.
Which isn't that most waiters anyway?
Right. Right. I don't know. For me, I was like nervous that waiters had balls when they have them, and now I'm like, I don't know. This is just like almost a side thing that I think would be fun to do again. And yeah, don't wear that stupid fucking hat. And Liz said, "Careful, down here they have guns." I'm like, "We have a shotgun."
Do you
And
really have
then
a shotgun?
yeah, we have a shotgun in our restaurant. So
Whoa,
don't you
holy sh
worry. Don't you worry. It's the South, baby. You got to be ready. If you're
damn, what
telling
kind of
people to
shotgun is it?
if you're telling people to take off the hat, the one that hurts. Yeah, yeah, like it matters. You know them. It's that one. I put this poll up. I remember like working and then coming home after my first, busy day, and I smelled my socks after work, and I was like, "Yeah, I did that." Do you ever do that? You ever have like whether it's the gym or anything, and you're like, "Let me smell my socks." Know how good I did.
No.
Okay,
I
does that
mean,
sound insane?
oh, I don't want to say that because it's your show,
Okay.
but I will say that that's a little. I don't
Have,
think I've ever done that. I'm trying to think it. No, no, I
the
haven't.
the poll was, have you ever smelled your socks as a way to take in how hard you worked? 36% of the audience says yes. And
Really?
yeah,
Wow. And how many of them are veterans?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
So, like, you when you smell it, like, are you doing a deep sniff or is it more of like a,
I'm not, Blue Velvet. Um, but just like a little waft of hot
Okay.
garbage, and you're like, look at me, look at that.
And then do you throw them directly in the hamper, or do you still like kind of keep them around as a
Oh my God,
memento
no,
for a
I turn
day?
them inside out and use them again. No, of course, then they're right in the fucking hamper. It's disgusting.
Oh, okay, that's disgusting. Great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody's, but I was surprised by the poll results, so I'm glad I said something. I feel more normal.
That's definitely more than I would have thought. Oof. Because like sometimes that smell is very concentrated, and you're okay with that, like, because you've been walking around all day, so you're like smelling your feet essentially.
You know what? I remember in New York City when I would pass homeless, I would deliberately smell them. And they'd be like, ooh. I wouldn't lean over, but as I'm walking, naturally, I go, wonder what this area smells like. Oh, it smells like it looks. Yeah.
You know what? You should. I feel like that's something where you should have had like some sort of like scale. You know what I mean? Like a smell scale. Like, there's a Scoville
Right.
scale for like spiciness. There
Yes.
should be a scale of like pungency of smell.
Oh, I took the socks to. I didn't say this. I took the socks to work the next day, and I said, I need a raise. Smell these. Like if you say like you're a chef or you do construction, they're like, well, let me see your hands. Are they fucked up in the good way? That's what smelling socks is like. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if I can co-sign this, but it's your journey.
Walmart is in fake trouble for putting out a T-shirt that says "Paper beats rock," and it's the Nazi symbol with the hand flat like paper over the black resistance fist being the rock.
Wow.
Walmart.
Well, there's no more DEI, so that clearly
Right.
past marketing.
They have zero tolerance for prohibited or offensive products.
Hmm.
Just so you know that appear in their marketplace. The items in question were listed by a third-party seller. How do you just sneak shit into Walmart.com? The items in question were listed by a third-party seller and have been removed from our site for violating our prohibited products policy. We've always said, no, you can't have Nazi symbols over black resistance fists. When issues like this are identified, we act immediately to remove them and strengthen our systems to prevent a reoccurrence. The trust of our customers and the integrity of our platform remain paramount.
Walmart has integrity?
They got their greeters that literally wave to you. I don't want them doing nothing with hands.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. Calvin Cato's recording a special in New York City, and I've seen some shows you leading up to it. If I can, I would love to be able to make it. It's this week, right? The 15th
Yes. Yeah, 15th, 7:30 p.m. Thank you.
in New York City. Absolutely. How do people get a ticket?
So you can go to QEDastoria.com. That's where the tickets are. The venue's at QED Astoria, or you can like buy tickets at the door. There's
Okay.
still some left, so please, please, please come. It's going to
You,
be a lot of oversharing.
I know you mentioned about going to therapy, and I believe are you at 2 times a week right now?
No, okay, so I was in therapy, and then because of the great health insurance I have, I need to
Mhm.
find a new therapist again.
God damn.
But so there's this site, Little Brown Therapy. So it's supposed to be
Okay.
therapy for people of color. So I'm gonna look them
Oh.
up. We're gonna see. I'm gonna get this all right in the noggin.
Is it frustrating to start over with a new therapy? I don't want to, I want Liz to be the one. If I have to tell one more person about my fucking dad.
It's awful every
Right.
time because but the one therapist I had, which was the first official therapist I had, was for 10 years. And like we built up so much trust. We had so much going
Yeah.
on. Like she had a shorthand. She could be like, girl, no, we talked about this already. Stop doing this, man.
Right.
And I'd be like, great, cut it out. But like with the new therapist, I gotta reestablish the patterns, and then I
Yeah.
gotta establish like, oh, and by the way, here's where I'm lying to you about this, and like you're gonna have to give
Right.
this 2 more shots before I tell you the truth. And like they don't get that, and it's really fucking hard.
Yeah. Do you find yourself like with a new therapist? Do you throw out things so that they know like what kind of person you are? When I see a doctor, for example, in fact, if I have a task rabbit come in to put up a TV, I deliberately throw in a curse word so the other person knows I'm real and I'm human and you can talk to me normally.
I do the exact opposite. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, those people where it's like you hire a housekeeper, but you clean the house beforehand.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that they come in and they're like, oh, this isn't that bad. And that's me with therapists. Like, I start out being like, I'm pretty normal. I have this one thing. And then it'll take like 2 or 3 sessions to be like,
Gotcha.
actually, I have at least 5 issues going on.
You've talked about performing in Europe, and you said you're a comedian. Somebody goes, "Oh yeah, I know you. You're Chris Rock," and they're being serious. When you see people like that, aren't you like, man, I wish I could walk around so goofy and not know anything. Well, why do I look at a newspaper? Why do I look at CNN's 5 things to know about today? Like, if you really thought I was Chris Rock, what else? And good for you. Like I was talking to my brother about the people that did the insurrection, being pardoned, and I said something like, "And the noose to hang Mike Pence was," and he goes, "There was a noose," and I'm like, "How do you live? Don't you know they constructed with 2x4s a fucking giant noose that kind of takes away. It was an unguided tour. No, motherfuckers, you were climbing buildings, you were falling off buildings, and there was a giant fucking noose. I wish I didn't know this fucking shit.
Me too. I mean, I feel like certain people have like there's like a limit on the level of crazy you can allow into your life. It's like when you told me
Right.
about the Trump cologne thing. Like
Yeah.
there's certain things where I'm like, I don't think I'm mentally ready for that. And I think some people are just not mentally ready for the fact that, oh, we were clearly gonna hang someone at the Capitol.
Right. Yeah.
Well, not we, they.
Right. Thank you. Um, I remember you doing stand up and you talked about how you worked at a temp job. And by the way, I love how you compare everything to amounts of alcohol. So they're paying me 4 malt liquors an hour, and I got to fight for blah blah blah. But one temp job, you were like, you know what? Somebody just picked me to be on a game show. I don't think I'm gonna fucking work here anymore. And then you're on the game show, and you go, okay, I won, I did well. I'll take my $5,000 in winnings. And they're like, yeah, you don't get that for 6 months after we air it, and blah blah blah. And then you got to call the temp job again and go, hi, just fucking joking. This was because one game show place took you. You knew you were gonna be fucking Betty White and do talk shows
I
for the rest of your,
fully
I mean,
did
game shows for the
think
rest of your
that.
life. And you're like, fuck you, Jobs.
I fully did. Oh, in my 20s, I did so much shit like that at temp jobs. Like, there is an agency that had banned me because they were like, "You're so terrible at being in an office."
Right.
I still remember this one time where I was like working. It was like some stupid assistant job, and I was just Googling like comedy clubs and emailing them. And the lady came over and was like, "Hey, I need you to finish filing the stuff." And I was like, "Oh, I will do it in a minute." And she was like, "Excuse me." I was like, in my early 20s, I was fucking terrible, but I was fully like, oh, I'm gonna be the next David Letterman. So I was like, I'm
Right.
not gonna, this is a stopgap.
The and of course I love your dating stories. You talked about dating somebody, and that's then you go to fuck, and he's wearing a Simpsons shirt. Was it
Yeah,
of Nelson? Me fail English. That's impossible. And you're like, I'm
yes.
fucking this guy. Ay, ay, ay. And then
It was
he
my first time. I didn't know better.
was he your first time?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not proud of that, but you know.
You were. I don't think it was the same guy. He tells you he just got out of jail. And you're like, oh, what were you in jail for? And he's like, I was with somebody, and then makes air quotes underage. So, and you didn't care. You're so horny. You're like, all right, maybe I don't know the whole fucking story, but
Well, I mean, I feel flattered. He thought I was young, you know. What are you gonna
I
do?
see. Is that who is that? Was he the guy that was a hoarder? You went
Yes,
into
that guy was the hoarder. Yep.
that to the point where he had like the little walkway
Yeah.
to the bed, but everything's piled up. You're like, the kind of place where you hear the cat.
I still never saw that cat, and I'm embarrassed to say I did see that guy 2 more times. But you know,
Well, he was a chef, right?
yeah, he was.
He goes. So he says to Calvin, he goes, "I'm a chef. Maybe I can make you something." He's like, "Yeah, okay," and then gives him a bowl of gazpacho that Calvin's like eating in bed. Like, what? I gotta eat this whole fucking thing. How awkward was that? So I don't know what I would expect if the chef says he's making me something, but I don't know, a little amuse bouche,
Yeah.
something to cleanse the palate after we fuck. But no, a big bowl of cold soup.
Yeah.
I made this. Okay, after two bites, I get it.
I was really my politeness era, you know. You gotta
Right.
like be nice after sex. I
And
don't
then
know.
so he introduced what he does to you, being a
Yeah.
chef, and then he wants you to share with him. And he goes, "Oh, you're a comedian. Yeah, I understand. I know about stand-up." He said, "My favorite stand-up is The Big Bang Theory." You fucked this guy after that?
Look,
My favorite stand-up is The Big Bang Theory.
I was getting fired a lot. I was in my early 20s. What do you want from me?
You're dating, Calvin dated somebody, and the guy's like, "Well, anyway, more about me. I technically live in a van." Like, that means you live in a van. Technically?
That was not a date. That was, to be fair,
Right.
that was a one-off.
That's, do you want to fuck in my van? And so he goes, okay, well, come by my place. And it's like, motherfucker, drive your place to me.
Yeah,
Your
I
house
agree.
moves. I got to take a
Yeah.
fucking subway. And what was the code? I think you said like, and he said, come to my van and knock three times. That's the
Yes.
secret code. If somebody accidentally, that's why I go dot, 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 because I don't want anybody thinking I'm here to fuck.
Yeah.
And then you stay the night and you go, that's funny that you stayed the night, but you stay the night and then you go, oh, where's your bathroom? And he handed you an Avion water bottle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go then. You hand it back and there's like shit all over it. You really got to get a bathroom. Are you dating the same guy that you started dating during the pandemic?
No. So that's also kind of what's funny because when I first started the album, I was all like, oh, it's going to be about like being in a relationship. And then
Right.
we broke up, and I'm like, well,
Mm.
guess we're going back to the drawing board.
Can I ask what happened there?
It was just a mutual thing. It kind of ran its course. We're still friends. I just want to be very clear.
Is this the guy that you called him over from a different borough saying you saw a mouse in your house and he didn't
Yep,
respect it enough to come over?
exactly.
Did that happen again? Was there a
It
spider?
happened two more times.
Oh
Well, no,
no.
no, there was mice. Spiders, I will kill myself. I can do
Okay.
that. But well, it's indicative, you know? Like I need you to care about me and my
Right.
safety. What if that mouse crawled in my butthole? What could have happened?
Mm. Do you sleep with underwear? What if? And why do you, what would you say to your therapist why it ran its course, the relationship?
Well, I'd start with a lie, so I'd probably say something like, "Oh, well, you know, I think that the reason why it didn't work out it was because we were just going in two different directions."
Uh-huh.
And then, visit two would be, "Oh, I think it was just because like, we've worked out better as friends." And then by visit three, it'd be like, "And here's all the shit that he did that didn't work out."
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's silly, of course, when people go different directions. You're both living life and you live in the same city. Um, is the Do you blame him or yourself?
I actually don't blame anyone. It literally was one of those things where like it just ran its course. And I feel like if it wasn't for the pandemic happening, it probably would have run the course a bit sooner. But like, there's certain people where it's like, you meet, you have a really great connection, and then like you kind of realize, oh, we kind of work better as friends. Like that's
Gotcha.
happened with you before, Keith, right? Where you're like, oh, like we
Where
vibe
they're
really
not the
well.
one, sure.
Yeah, it's like I love you a lot and
Right.
you're a wonderful person, but you're not the great relationship match for me.
But I
And I
got
have
the
to
right.
release you into the wild. Yeah.
And then you got to say it like that too. Like for me,
Yeah.
other people might be able to take this bullshit. But for me, I'm just saying for me, I'm quirky. I like somebody that has their shit together. And you talked about the dating apps. And by the way, what names you guys fucking have? Scruff, Sniffies, Cum Gutters. Like these are real fucking perverted names that they give you on some of these gay apps.
I'm still angry at you for making me sign up for Sniffies. That was disgusting. I just want you to know that. And
It
I
was like
cannot figure out how to delete this account. So I still like have it.
it's like the ring, and I needed somebody else to see Sniffy so I can live my life. Our buddy Newsy told me about Sniffies. If you go to sniffies.com, You'll see what I'm talking about. And it starts popping up. It feels like you're getting a virus, right? Just pictures of, a dude ready to suck you off behind a dumpster and all these different. I'm like, holy ugh! It freaked me out. You know those AI, you see them on your phone now. There's videos where like an old lady comes up to the car window and the next thing you know, she smashes through the screen
Yeah.
and scares the shit out of you. It was like that.
It was
Sniffies.com before I even
so
typed
many
in anything.
holes.
Yeah,
Just
there's so many
holes.
holes.
Holes. Just
Yes.
holes. Not with any context, not with like a smiley face next to it, just holes.
Right.
I was not prepared. And
Do
so
you
many orgies you could just go to. Or like it's like, hey, you can gangbang me at like 5 p.m. in Central Park. Like it
right?
was wild.
Have you partook in that? Like, hey, we're just doing
No.
something freaky tonight. No,
I will fuck in a van, but I will
right.
not.
I have to know you a little bit.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I need context for the
Right.
holes.
Did I remember you mentioning this? Did this is this one of the reasons you couldn't be with the guy? Is he the one that took you out on your birthday, which happened to be Juneteenth, and the fun romantic thing was picking strawberries? And it's like
Yes.
it's fucking Juneteenth. Now I gotta pick strawberries and I pay them?
Yeah. It's reverse sharecropping. It was pretty bad,
Right.
actually.
Did you guys did you like the same things? Movies, for example, would you guys agree? That could be a big one, no joke. I think if my girlfriend like wasn't into in general the movie, then she'd be a different movies I liked, she'd be a different person. It wouldn't work out. Was that did you guys agree? I think that's a big deal.
We did. We liked movies. There are a lot of movies we liked. We liked taking walks together. That sounds so boring.
That's
Well,
nice.
but I'm trying to think. We liked bowling. There were quite a few things that we did like together.
Okay, all
So like we
right.
had things in common.
Do
Um,
you still text do you text each other like, hey, just saying hi?
we literally talk every day still. So it
Really?
is, yeah. It's
Okay.
again, it's legitimately just a friendship now, which is nice.
Do you share that? Do you guys share dating stories to the other person?
I can't do that yet.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird because like I was in Toronto doing shows and I had a lot of dates, let's say, up there,
Mm,
and I did not feel comfortable sharing that with him.
right. I get you.
It was a
Of
little too
course.
weird, you
Of
know.
course. By the way, speaking of movies, new number one on Netflix, new movie Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro. And
Yes.
I say it like that because when something goes straight to streaming, in general, it's shit. And this was like a real movie. I was kind of surprised. 2.5 hours, way too fucking long. It's
Oh my God,
Frankenstein, for God's
yes.
sakes. It's not that deep. It moves slow and it moves fast. Like, right? Like, oh my God, I get it. You're learning philosophy, Frankenstein. Can you pick up the fucking pace? And then all of a sudden it's like, and then I went and found Frankenstein again, my creator, to kill him. Like, whoa, we're over here now.
I felt the exact same way. Like the first hour just dragged on
Right,
and on. And then suddenly it was like, oh, and now I'm out of here. Oh, and now like there's an explosion. Oh, and now this and, oh, now my wife's dead. I'm like, what the
right.
fuck is happening? It was so much.
Yeah, nothing's happening for the longest time. Then all of a sudden he shoots the love interest and like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Also, can I say Frankenstein was too hot?
He is I don't want my Frankenstein sexier than me.
I agree. It was
Right?
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, the point of Frankenstein is that he is a hideous
He's a monster.
or excuse me, Frankenstein's creature. Let me get it
Right.
right for the
Sure,
people
sure.
who are
Yeah.
all the
Well, who's the real monster if you ask me? Yeah.
yeah. But like, I kept being like, he's fucking hot. I
Yeah.
would never be scared of this man. Like,
He has two scars from being built out of body parts on his face. Who gives a fuck? It's the dude, if you saw Saltburn,
yeah,
it's the main dude that the nerd's infatuated with. He's a
Jacob
handsome fucking
Elordi.
guy. Stop it.
I'm like, this is a literal Greek god that you made, and not the like disgusting Legos in shambles monster that it's
Right.
supposed to be.
And
Like,
and the woman sees him and is like, "Oh, I'd rather be marrying you. You're a monster and you're fragile." No, because he's gorgeous.
yeah, he's gorgeous and strong as fuck, and he could throw you around the
That's
bedroom.
right.
Holy shit, yeah.
I started searching. Does Frankenstein have? And I'm curious if he has a penis. And I'm the first person who Googled that. It didn't pop up naturally.
Did that not?
No, it does Frankenstein have, and it continues with a post-credit scene, a happy ending, a wife, a brain, a heart, eyebrows, a name, a nose. Yeah, I know what you guys are really asking. You want to know, so ask.
Did you turn Safe Search off? That might have been the problem.
In Mary
Maybe
Shelley's
it's
novel Frankenstein, the creature is described as being male. However, the text, says Google AI, the text does not explicitly state whether or not he has a penis. Some
hmm.
interpretations suggest that, since the creature is assembled from body parts of different corpses, he may not have a complete reproductive system. Others argue that given his male identity and the intention of his creator to make him a perfect specimen, it is likely that he does have a penis. This guy, the doctor, Frankenstein, he's a real asshole. I wonder,
Yeah.
he either gave Frankenstein a big monster hog to show what a great creator he is, or he was a little jealous and envious of Frankenstein for whatever reason and gave him a tiny pinprick. But it's one or the other, I guarantee. But no, the movie doesn't tell you.
I feel like he would have a penis though, right? Well, because in the text or in the other Frankenstein movie with the Kenneth Branagh one, they make him a bride. So like I'm assuming that like they're expecting Frankenstein and the bride to, poingy poingy.
Well,
So like
yeah, Frankenstein does want a woman. He knows that.
yeah.
So yeah, you think
So,
so something's like then he always needs more and more. Frankenstein's like, here, I made you a woman, and then the monster's like, yeah, how do I fuck it now? Like I can't have to give you just take and take, Frankenstein.
I'd
Oh,
like to think he was more intelligible than that. Like she's a fleshlight. I mean, she
right.
has feelings.
No, there's a scene where he's whacking it, but then he learns like philosophy in books, and then he whacks it with his pinky out. Uh,
Yeah,
number
I would
one,
pay to see that. Not
number
gonna
one
lie.
movie at the box office: Predator: Badlands.
Mhm.
What's it like? What's it like from the Predator's point of view? You know?
Well, what's weird is we already had Alien versus Predator, which was kind of from the Predator's point of view anyway. And
Right.
granted, it was a bad movie, but still.
I don't know if I'm into this because I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of predators talking to each other, and I didn't even. I left the last Planet of the Apes like 5 minutes in. It moves so slow. It's just apes talking with subtitles. I'm like, okay. And then Star Wars, they all speak English. Can you just make up a reason you speak English? You
Gene,
know,
I'm
oh,
seeing
I
why
have
you're
it.
a veteran.
I left a translator here, so you're going to be able to understand everything we say from now on. Okay. Well, that'll got to read about a predator.
It's supposed to
Uh,
be immersive, though. You're supposed to feel and understand that the predators are alien to you.
Arnold Schwarzenegger convinced me that predators are fucking bad. That I don't know that now I gotta get to know predators. You know, it's like saying we're supposed to understand Russia's side in the Russia-Ukraine war. I'm like, I'm sorry, I was already taught. Fuck
Well, speaking of
Russia, and
Arnold, though,
everybody's
we were
forgetting.
taught from the first Terminator that Terminators were bad, but then Terminator 2, we learned that they can be reprogrammed to be friends. So maybe it's like that.
You know what? It makes me think of the Marvel movies about there's a bad guy, but then he becomes good and he's on the team. And it's like, but you kind of kill a lot of people in like, when you assume everybody's good. Fast and Furious, everybody bad is on the good side now. It's like, well, stop fighting everybody because apparently we contain multitudes and everything's going to be okay. Sydney Sweeney is in a movie called Christie
Oh, Lord. Sorry.
about um about a mixed martial artist, and it did terribly in the box office. Christy is about Christy Martin. Debuted 1.3 million across 2,000 theaters, averaging $600 per screen, ranking among the worst wide release openings in history. And it's just of note because people love to politicize the movies. Go woke, go broke.
Hmm.
The raid is like, the left doesn't like Sydney Sweeney is hot. Like, no, she did a weird jean commercial and seemed a little Nazi-esque. That's all. We're saying, what the fuck? I don't think a jean company wants the controversy necessarily,
Yeah.
but it's weird to brag about your jeans and your hot looks and your blue eyes. It's kind of odd. So then now it becomes a thing like, oh, the fucking, you watch this, and then to see it fail, it becomes something political. It's just
Well,
interesting.
I mean, the thing is that it's in general a kind of odd movie anyway. And I say this
Right.
having only seen the trailer, but I'm like, this just looks like Million Dollar Baby, but with younger actors. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
And then on top of that, and I'm gonna say she's not that great an actress anyway.
Right.
So I just don't understand her appeal. And I feel like either way, I'm like, there's nothing in it for me to watch.
What's funny that when you have the right looking, like, oh, they don't like us, Sydney Sweeney. We love Sydney Sweeney. Like they have to grab on and pretend they like shit. Like they have to walk around and pretend they like Kid Rock music, that they like
Ugh.
YMCA. It's fucking weird. Like you have to live this lie because politically you think this person's on your fucking side. Somebody wrote, "Oh, it's interesting. The racist gooners you appeal to don't engage with your art." Yeah, nobody wants to see this movie. It's just funny. You got to pretend you're a big. Oh yeah, I love it. I love MMA, and I'd love to see it as a sport next to the Washington Memorial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God damn.
Also, isn't it like a lesbian movie too? Isn't she playing a lesbian?
I maybe because she's maybe I don't know. I don't know the story of this woman, but
I I thought so, which is why I was also like, why would, if you're racist or if you're that much of a bigot, why
yeah,
are you going to pay to see this like lesbian love story anyway? I mean, yes, the MMA, but like, it's not going to be like, scissoring throughout the movie. There's going to be an actual
right.
lesbian love story.
They gotta act like they always loved. You loved Sydney Sweeney. She was in a movie called Immaculate. She was a nun having Satan's baby. Look into who you're. You know what I mean? She was in The Handmaid's Tale and Euphoria. This isn't something these people are watching.
Yeah.
The Running Man remake comes out this week.
Oh,
Who's that guy? Glenn Powell. He was in the new Twisters movie. I don't like his face. He bothers me.
why don't you like his
I
face?
don't know. I don't know. It's like a Tom Cruise face but even more in my face. And I think he does has this smile where he thinks it's gonna charm you, and it puts me off. He's very
You know, it's,
it's a smug face, and there's nothing he can do about it. Poor guy, but I hate it.
that's fair.
I can't even
He
say
has a
why.
very Hollywoody. It's like a very, basic factory setting of Hollywood face
Right.
and body. I'll be honest though, I still don't. I know that I've seen him in things. I don't think I can pick him out. I don't think I can
Good
name a
for you.
single movie of his,
It's
and
it's
I know I've
funny.
seen it.
It's funny that these movies, of course, they have, gorgeous actors and actresses, but some of the stories like uh don't seem to fit. There's the movie. So he's like he's running for his life for whatever the fuck reason, or I think in this one you volunteer to be in the blah blah. It's like motherfucker, be a model. There was the movie Hell or High Water with Chris Pine and him and his brother Rob Banks, and it's like just Chris Pine, be a model. I got to get money for healthcare and whatever. Submit to a magazine. You're the sexiest man alive. What are you struggling for in this movie? It's odd. It's Tom Cruise in War of the Worlds where he had veneers, you know? I'm like, are you a mechanic?
It's
I
about suspension of disbelief, Keith.
right.
Is that what Nicole Kidman says? We go to the movies for fantasy and all that bullshit.
Yeah. I go to the movies to get away with my husband. Well, you should have invited him sometime. I did see the sequel to Spinal Tap.
Oh, that's
Have,
out?
it was in theaters for a hot minute. Now you can rent it for like $6. Have you seen the original?
Of course I've seen the original. I didn't even know that the sequel came out already. Wow, that was
It's
no marketing.
it's it's like I watched this movie and it's like, good for them. Like they somehow are able to bring up every song from the first movie, play a little snippet to remind you and then, acknowledge somebody that was in the first one, but it really is just nostalgia. There's nothing new about it. It was like, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it still good or was it like Beetlejuice levels of
Yeah, it's like
what are we
Beetlejuice,
doing?
Beetlejuice, where you're like, oh, I
Yeah.
know what you're saying. The reference of cups and cakes. I get it. I don't need you performing a whole song with Elton John. I get it. Yeah. Are you excited about your stand-up? Are you nervous about it? All that?
Uh Oof, I don't know. Well, it varies hour to hour at this point. Like
Okay.
I'm mostly excited. I just feel very nervous because it's like it's just the first one that I've done. So I'm just
Right.
like making sure that like it comes out somewhat okay slash great. Well, I'm hoping it comes out great, obviously, but it just is like it's just nerve-wracking to think about it and be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna say for an hour. And I have to
Right.
remind myself like there can be other albums, it'll be fine. But
Right.
I don't
It
know.
is a lot of pressure, like, right? Like, what am I going to put in this if I've been doing stand up for so long?
Exactly.
What
Like, because I mean,
goes
how
in
did
what
you feel when
takes?
you were recording your first one?
It is weird. Like, this is all I want to say for this year, you know? And so is this important enough? Yeah, it's weird to finally narrow something down. Yeah, but
Did
you know
you?
what? You're so natural. It seems. It almost seems like you're the only one talking, of course, but it seems like a conversation with the audience, and it's you get into it very fast as an audience member,
Oh,
and
thank you
I
so
love that
much.
you're very. It seems very confident and fun and free, and it almost seems like you're making up on the spot in the good way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I try for that at least. I try to make things because I don't know, I was never that kind of comic where like there are comics who are really good like one-liner comics and like that kind of
right.
like stilted remove would just never worked for me. I was always
Gotcha.
more of a like chatty Cathy, you know.
Yeah, I
So
like it. It's very personable. I
thank
dig it.
you.
I dig it very much. What else should the audience know about Calvin Cato? Are you dating now, by the way?
Not until after this is recorded.
Yes,
I
right.
had to take a more I'm taking an actual celibacy now.
Okay. At the end of your show, like, and now I can fuck.
Yeah.
Who has a van?
Yeah. Or a bowl of gazpacho.
Right. Are you better now doing office work or a side job? Are you focused and you go, yeah, I probably shouldn't count on game shows for to make a living.
Yeah, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, I to peel back the veil, I do work right now. Like, it's a remote work from home job, which is nice, but I do want to hold on to this just because we don't know what the hell the economy is going to look like in a month. So
Right.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But maybe this album will be the big thing. I'll hit it
This is
big.
it. You tell
Yeah.
your boss today, fuck you. I'm recording on
Yeah.
the 15th. It's over for you. And then they're like, yeah, we have to edit it together and shit. Like, oh God, I need the money
Yeah.
now. Hi guys. What was the game show that you were on?
Oh, it was called Chain Reaction. It was like on the Game Show Network, like channel 180 something. And basically what it was is like you get the first word and then the first letter of the second word, so you have to guess it. So
Okay.
if it's like word P, word puzzle, and then it would go
Mhm.
so on so like I don't know, puzzle block or whatever.
And when you finally did get the money,
Oh,
$5,000, did you parlay that nice? And
I well, God, oh yeah, that's what I did. I kept the job.
okay.
I got the money and I used that money. I was living in my parents' house at the time, so I was able to move out of my parents' house finally
Okay.
and get a place.
Have you applied to other game shows? You're like, come on, guys. This was my big plan.
I was so pissed. I applied for Cash Cab and I knew one of the like assistant producers and I didn't get
Right.
it. I was like, I have
Yeah.
experience. I take cabs.
Right. It'd be funny if like I want to say a cash cab show, but and obviously that's planned. And they
Oh yeah.
so but I'd like to see what would really happen if you get a stranger gets in a New York City cab and lights start going off. You're on a fucking game show. Well, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Of course it's rigged. Everything's fucking fake. Calvin, good luck this weekend. You're going to be fucking great.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
I'm
Thank you
very
for
ex
having me.
I'm excited for it. And anything else they should know?
Uh, Info's on my website,
Okay.
calvincato.com. What else? My Instagram at Calvin S. Cato. I have a couple things coming up, including I'm hosting a adult spelling bee, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
December 10th.
What makes it adult? Like cunt and shit. Like what makes it an adult spelling bee? I've seen kids spelling bees. There's a lot of syllables in those. What makes it adult? A
I mean,
clitoris.
we do have a lot of dirty words in it. That is what makes it
Okay.
adult.
Okay.
And then like the use it in a sentence, all the sentences are very dirty. So
Right.
it is not for kids, but you can win a bunch of prizes. So there you go.
Do you use it in the senses? Are all the senses like Urban Dictionary, like pizza. Pizza, as in Mary, this dumb cunt had pizza. Pizza, I'm like Urban Dictionary. Jeez. It's ratchet. Ratchet, as in Mary's a dumb cunt. Ratchet. Like, okay, guys, Jesus, this is some fucking dictionary.
I kind of like
Uh,
the way you're doing this, to be honest.
this is what I
I
see.
make it
I'm
more subtle, but
just
the blunt
reporting.
metaphor.
Let's see here. KeithAndTheGirl.com/. Calvin Cato. See all the times Calvin was on. He's always a party. KeithAndTheGirl.com/. Dad book. Of course, is the story about the catfishing my dad. I see a bookshelf behind you. Where do you keep my book?
It is down here. I would lift this up, but I will shake this whole computer to do
Okay.
that.
All right. We're going to need that prominently placed. That's everything. Info at KeithAndTheGirl.com. I, of course, get your messages. And that's it. We'll talk to you soon.